My name is Daphne Ann and welcome to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube video, so thank you so much for joining me. And before I make all them videos on how to be a happier person, I first want to start in this 3-part series by explaining to you guys why I, for years, was not really experiencing happiness. And the answer lies in 3 pretty universal mindsets that I'll be discussing in 3 videos. And I bet you'll recognize yourself in at least 2 of these mindsets. The reason that I first want to explain to you guys why your life might not be as happy as you want it to be is because if you know and understand why you're not really happy, then it's a lot easier to work on it. So in today's video, I'll explain to you guys what the mindset of a red racer is, why most of us have this mindset at least to a certain degree, and I'll share some examples of my own life where I was living as a red racer and how that affected me. So, if you want to know why you're not happy in life because you have the mindset of a red racer, then keep on watching. First, I want to explain to you guys what the mindset of a red racer is. And this mindset revolves all around the misbelief of no pain, no gain. If you're not having pain right now, you're not gonna gain in the future. And you're living as a red racer if you are continuously putting off your current pleasure in order to be supposedly happy in the future. For me, learning about this mindset and how universal it is was absolutely eye-opening. I mean, red racer is an actual phrase. Google it. And let me explain why that is. As soon as you go to school, it's all about getting those good grades. I mean, after all, your grades are the measure for your success. And if you get those good grades and if you pass a year, then you get praised by your parents and by your teacher. And if you graduate, then you'll get that celebration dinner from your parents. You're not gonna get that dinner during the year just because you're working so hard. No, you only get that dinner once you have the results to show for it. So you start to experience feelings of stress and anxiety because you don't want to fail a test and you don't want to fail a year. And because of those feelings, you don't particularly like studying, but you're still working really hard just to secure your future. But you can't wait until it's the holidays so you just can relax and not think of it all. This mindset continues into our work life and into our university life. And you're not doing all those extracurricular activities just because you like them. No, you're doing them because they look good on a piece of paper called a resume. Thinking that once you've got the job, then you'll be happy and then you can live the life that you want to live. But then you get that job and no. You realize that you gotta work really hard doing something you might not even enjoy just to get that promotion. And thinking that, when I have that promotion and get that salary raise, then I can buy the house that I want and the car that I need. And once I'm at that point in my life, then I can enjoy myself. Then I can be happy. And even worse, we can be in romantic relationships with this kind of mindset. Staying in a relationship because it will gain us something in the future, either financially or socially. You end up being this super established person with a very impressive resume who's really unhappy. And that doesn't mean that when you work hard and you work hard attaining some kind of goal that you're necessarily gonna be unhappy. That's not true. I mean, you can be really happy and still work really hard at some goal that you have. The difference between those people and a red racer is that the red racer doesn't enjoy the moment. And he believes that simply attaining his goal, simply getting to the destination that he has in mind, that then he'll be happy. Once they've reached that goal, they'll be happy. And that's just not the case. Learning about this mindset, it explained so many thoughts and feelings that I've been having for the last 10 years, I'd say. I remember feeling so overwhelmed in high school by the pressure to succeed in each and every subject and, to make the right decision on which subjects to enroll in because they determine which studies I could apply for. I was stressed all the time. To a point that when I was in senior year, I started skipping most of my morning classes because I couldn't fall asleep at a decent time because I was always, in my bed thinking about stuff. And that meant that I couldn't get myself up in the morning So I skipped class. And that didn't mean that I was actually slacking, because I still got good grades and I still passed all my exams. It just put me in this weird mind space. And I remember telling myself that, when I'm at university, then I can be happy. I can finally enjoy myself and I can live that, student life, the whole experience and all. University came around and it was the same all over again. The pressure to succeed and the pressure to, get those good grades. And here in the Netherlands, which is where I live, to get into a master's degree of your choice, they often want you to have a GPA of a 7 out of 10. And then they would also like you to have done some, relevant extracurricular activities, and preferably you didn't fall behind in your bachelor's and got all your credits within 3 years. And it just puts a lot of pressure on yourself and a lot of pressure from the outside as well to succeed and to, do everything right the first time. High school me thought that I'd be happy in university. Well, I was wrong, because in a way it was even worse than when I was in high school, because not only did master's programs want me to succeed and, do well, I started to expect it for myself too, which I just wasn't happy with the grades that I got. Even when I got like a 7.5 or an 8, I was like, oh, I could have been better. I started to feel like a failure. At the same time, I was more afraid of failure. So it just, it didn't make any sense, because I wasn't, satisfied with the good grades that I got. I mean, I still graduated with a 7.6 overall, which is all right, which is not too bad. I remember telling my mom that I felt as if life just went by without me, because I was always thinking about some point in the future. I was always thinking, oh, I can't wait until it's the weekend, or I can't wait until it's the holidays. I can't wait until this semester is over, or, when I'm done with high school or when I'm done with university. And me thinking in this way means that I can now hardly remember anything from the last 10 years, because, I was there physically, but mentally, like, my mind just wasn't there. And I missed a lot because of that mindset, because I was always thinking about the future, and about some point in the future, rather. I just, I wasn't there. And that kind of sucks now when I look back at it and I don't remember anything. I'm like, well, where did the years go? Once I reached the destination that I'd been thinking about, that I'd been hoping for, I felt really happy. Or so I thought. Because what I actually felt was relief. Relief from the suffering of anxiety and stress and pressure, that was finally over. But by mistaking my feeling of relief for happiness, I was strengthening my own illusion that just simply reaching my goals and reaching that destination was gonna make me happy, when in fact it was not. Because as soon as that feeling of relief wears off, you're back to feeling as happy or as unhappy as you were before. And you can think of it in this way. When you have a headache, you're relieved when the pain is over. But then once you get accustomed to feeling no pain, that feeling of relief is also gone. So if your happiness stems from something negative, like the absence of suffering from pain or stress and anxiety, then that happiness is simply temporary. It's not gonna last. And remember, I'll be explaining to you guys very soon on how you can make your life a happier one. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be, notified when I upload a video. But for now, I want to give you a brief tip. You are experiencing real happiness, if the positive feelings that you're feeling stem from something positive as well. So not the absence of pain or stress and anxiety, but from something that is meaningful to you. People who experience real happiness don't only have a goal in mind, they also enjoy getting to that goal, the journey towards that destination. And I really encourage you guys to identify those times in your life that you felt you lived like a rat racer. Think about it, write it down. write down the feelings and the emotions that you had at that time, and write down how you acted, what your behavior was, and maybe also write down how you feel about it now when you look back on it. Like, what are your thoughts? Hi, editing me here. I just wanted to quickly hop onto this video to explain what I mean by writing down your current thoughts. What I'm actually asking you to do here is an exercise from this book called Happier, which I highly recommend, so I will definitely link it down below in the description and in the comments as well. What I actually mean is that you write down the feelings that you have looking back on the time that you lived like a rat racer, and explain if it either had some benefits for you, or the price that you paid, or did you even pay a price. So just think about, have you learned anything from that experience, from living like a rat racer? And you don't have to, but if you feel comfortable to share your findings with me and with others, then please comment them down below, because I really think we can learn from each other. Now that you realize that you probably lived a large portion of your life living for some kind of elusive happy future, you don't want that, right? So what if you think, well, I'm not gonna worry about the future anymore. I'm just gonna do all the things that are fun right here, right now. I'll let you in on a secret. It ain't gonna make you happy. That's why in my next video, I'll be telling you guys why you're not happy in life if you have the mindset of immediate gratification. See you in the next one. Bye bye!